Hello and welcome to our 30 days data analytics challenge. And today we are looking at user privileges. It is possible as a data analyst or data administrator, you want to grant privileges to other people to have access to your database and access directly from your local machine, not from other databases. So we're going to create a database from the scratch and then grant that same access. So let's quickly create a database that we are going to use for this exercise. Create database. The name of the database is Secure Store. Next, we are going to run it. It's green. Next, we are going to use the same database Secure Store to activate our newly created database, which is green. Step 3, we are going to create the table. Create table inventory. And then what do I want in this table? I want it to have a product ID. Want it to be integer, and I want it to be a primary key. Primary key. Also auto increment. Then apart from, I want it to have a product name. Product name column. I want it to be not more than 50. Check out for previous table for much more explanation. Then I want to know the stock. I want it to be an integer, the data type. Then step 4, we are going to insert a sample data. So insert into inventory product name and then stock. Then we want to give it values. For laptop, it should be 20. For phone, 50. And then for tablet, 15. So I now want to grant. So we have created a table inventory, which is green, and then we have insert into this table create table inventory product name. Okay, my comma here. That's why it's not green. And then the varchar typo error. We are good to go now. What am I missing again? I didn't close my bracket. So I'm going to close my bracket. Close my bracket. It's now green. Then next, insert into table. Yeah, we have created a table. Let's refresh. We now see secure table, and then it has inventory tables. Yeah, inventory. The table, inside the table we have inventory. Inside inventory we have columns, which is product ID, product name, and then stock. So I want to create a new user now. Create user. I want to create a user called store manager to give him access to this new created database. Store manager, and then I'm giving you access through this local at localhost. So I'm trying to say you can only have access through this MySQL server. You can have access from other machine. That's why I'm using at localhost. And then to be identified by a password. And what is a password you have to be identified with? Password 123. Let's run it and see. Which is also green. So we have a new user store manager, and then I said the local host is for the new user to access this directly from the local host, not from other machines. Then what privilege am I giving? I'm granting select privilege. You can select, you can insert on secure store.inventory. So grant select insert on secure store.inventory. That is this table secure, this database secure store dot the inventory. Grant it this select and insert to the store manager. So I'm bringing this store manager now, granting him all this access. Store manager at localhost. This is the access I'm granting store manager at localhost now. I'm granting him this access. So we are green. So grant select insert on to this. Now next, if you want to remove the insert privilege, just revoke insert Want to revoke insert privilege, just use the revoke keyword, insert on secure store dot inventory, secure store dot inventory from store manager at localhost. Revoke insert on secure store manager at localhost. So this is actually what you do to revoke the permission you have gotten. So first of all, you give it the permission of grant select insert on secure.inventory to store manager at localhost. I said the localhost is simply saying I want you to access this only through my SQL server, not from other machine. And then we created the table from the scratch from the database down to creating a user identified by a particular password, then grant the select and insert privileges, and then we remove insert privilege by revoke. It's actually revoke. So we have